So another batch of news dropped again today from the PlayStation blog that Sony is now officially pushing, or the PlayStation team is officially pushing to the PS5 1440p supports. Now 1440p, if you look at the resolution lists, you have like 480 and 720 and 1080, and then you'll always see either 1440p, aka 2K, or you'll see the 4K resolution always put out there also. So basically 1440p is 2K resolution. There's a ton of monitors, especially if you are mainly a PC gamer. There's a pretty good chance you're going to be running a 1440p display. But also there's a lot of TVs out there too that run 1440p. It's a little bit of a cheaper end, or budget friendly, I should say. It's not a cheaper monitor, but it's a little more budget friendly monitors that go 1440p than the full 4K. Really all it means is that, like, instead of having the full 4K resolution of that many pixels on the screen, 1440p is just scaled down a little bit. So we'll get into the reason why this is like huge news for the PlayStation in a second. But I also wanted to one other piece of information really quickly too. If you're wondering about the PlayStation Plus, like the monthly games and all that stuff, yeah, we're seeing a pretty good, like, Sony's doing really good with all the PlayStation Plus and now the system updates and everything. So I just wanted to just throw out there in this video is that if you're wondering about the PlayStation Plus, tier subscriptions, yeah, they're still adding even more stuff to this that are actually pretty solid titles, like the Tony Hawk collection, Yakuza, like the whole Yakuza lineup is all coming through. So that's a major publisher deal right there, to have a full series lineup that's been going on since, geez, what was it? It was like, it was been a long time. It's like two consoles ago, I think, is when Kiwami or whatever came out. So yeah, there's it, check it out, try it out. You might find something that you like. If you play GTA, you might like something in Yakuza. I'm not the biggest Yakuza fan ever, but it's cool seeing that PlayStation is getting some decent name titles. Little Nightmares, I mean, it's a little bit of something for everyone. Anyways, back to what the main point of this video. I am sorry to get a little bit sidetracked here, but let's check out this news press release here from Nishino, Senior Vice President, Platform Experience. So this is one division of the PlayStation development team. Since PS5 launch, we've been listening to your feedback and working every day to bring you bringing you more community requested features. Today, we are rolling out a new PS5 system software beta that includes 1440p support, game lists, and additional updates to enhance your gaming experience and make connecting with friends easier on PS5. Now, while beta access is limited to invited participants in select countries, so what this is, invited participants in select countries, there is a preview, like a beta version of the operating system. Like, we used to call them console or dashboard updates, and now we call them console updates. But yeah, so there is a preview program that you can enroll in. Even if you have a PS5 yourself, you can enroll in this. I'm not gonna post up a link or anything, but one little search, you can check it out. And yeah, you can end up taking, the reason why I haven't done it myself yet is because PS5s being very, very like rare commodities. I didn't want to take a chance in screwing up my system at all, because again, it is a beta, is a test program or a test version of the operating system. Anything can go wrong, anything can happen. So I was just like, nah, I'll stick with the official firmware, the good solid firmware, just because when a game comes out that I want to do a launch night on, I want to be able to do it on Twitch, twitch.tv/Warwolf, and check out anything and everything when it comes out. So, yeah, that's yes, it's very similar to the Xbox preview program. Also, if you're if you're an Xbox user, PlayStation does the same thing over here too. And yes, the Xbox has had 1440p support since the launch of it, and we have been requesting for about, I think we're going on 2 years for the PS5 to end up having 1440p support. I don't know why it didn't add the box. It's kind of a weird thing. It must be something to do with the operating system. Anyway, so if you're selected to participate in the beta, you'll receive an email invitation available to download today. As always, some features available during the beta phase may not make it into the final version, or may see significant changes. So this 1440p support is not guaranteed; it is subject to change. If they run into a bunch of bugs, or if if something isn't working exactly correctly and they don't know how to fix it, then we might not see 1440p support or 2K resolution support. But this is what it's looking like so far, anyways. 1440p HDMI video output. PS5 beta introduces enabling players to choose an additional visual setting on compatible PC monitors and TVs. If the game you're playing supports 1440p rendering, you can experience native 1440p output on your display. Now, it's kind of weird that they add that in there because all game engines scale from all the way down to 480p all the way up to 4K. So to say that a game engine can't support native 1440p, that's kind of a little bit weird when it absolutely can. Even games that we see like God of War and Days Gone and any Spider-Man or the Final Fantasy 7 remake or something, if they are made for the console, they still will go down to 1440p. So I don't know why Sony is making that point. Kind of weird. I don't know. It's probably something to do with the the AMD Sony customized AMD chipset stuff that's in the PlayStation, not letting it render at 1440p or something. That'd be my guess. So if you're playing a game with a higher native resolution like 4K, so God of War right now does a native 4K. So what ends up happening is benefit from the improved anti-aliasing through super sampling down to 1440p output. So this right here. So if you didn't know what your console does right now, if you have a 1440p monitor, because 1440p monitors they're actually pretty normalized to have. They are the little bit more widely used monitor is a 1440p monitor. Now, the reason being is because 4K monitors because they have more pixels on the screen. They're usually a higher price. If you're going a little bit more of a budget-friendly monitor, then you go with a 1440p display. It works on the Xbox and the PC, so a lot of people have picked it up. And PS5, we thought was going to run how I'm running a 1440p monitor right now. So what it does is it takes the 4K with all those pixels, and it shrinks it down to 1440p with that many pixels. So you do lose some pixels because the screen just can only handle so many, so much. But anti-aliasing through super sampling down to 1440p, that's cool. Which means basically, so what this is meaning right here is that any jagged edges that might end up popping up in the game engine, this will, smoothen it out, basically. It might not get rid of it, but it'll smoothen it out. You can check if your HDMI device is compatible by selecting Test 1440p output under Screen and Video Options within System Settings. It's funny that it's testing it too. Huh. It must be really that the operating system is just locked to 1080 or 4K. Weird. So game lists. In your game library, you can now create game lists, which makes organizing your games even easier. To start, go to your collection tab, select create game list, choose games to add to your game list, then decide. So basically this is just the folders thing that we already seen on the PS4. That's I don't know, I use it. I tend to use it a lot just to organize a little bit, but also like when you are in, I don't know why this keeps jumping up. When you are in like your whole like games library like this, and you have like 1,000 games in there, whether it be PS4, PS5, or even PS1 or betas or demos, whatever the case may be, to be able to make like a little bit of a card and just stack everything in this folder, stack everything in that folder. That's actually really nice, I would say, because then I can have one for just games I want to play on stream. I can have one that I'm going to do of games off stream. I can do one that is like sports games or like competitive online stuff, like fighting games, Fortnite, whatever, maybe the new Call of Duty when that comes out. So yeah, like I can actually stack everything up into different lists of maybe I have one that's like I'm super close to getting platinum trophies in like 3 or 4 different games. I can make a little list for that also or something. So this could actually come in pretty handy. You can have up to 15 game lists and 100 games per game list. There's no way you could fit that many games on your hard drives. Even if you have like 2 terabytes of hard drives, there's no way. Games are just too big now. Games library can be added to the games list, including disc, digital, and streaming titles. So that would be like PS3 games and whatnot. You can actually add in there too. Okay, I can't stand streaming titles, so yeah, I wouldn't have a list of those. You can also add the same game to multiple game lists. Cool. So yeah, if I'm like really close to, so if I beat the game on stream and I'm really close to platinum, I can put in both of the folders and then take once I get done being on stream, and then I can go into the other folder of like, okay, let's work on this to get platinum on it maybe. Okay, so compare 3D audio and stereo audio. Now you can listen to and compare the difference between 3D and stereo audio on the same screen and then choose your preferred settings. That's pretty cool. It's almost like a try before you commit to the settings and all that. So for me, some games definitely have a very, very distinctive 3D audio setup in it. Other games is like, you don't really notice anything too much. And again, these are the same headphones I use to run through everything with. So, I've tried plugging my headphones directly into the controller. I think the controller soundboard sounds a little rough. I would like a 3-band equalizer just to be able to like do a bass boost and cut the mids a little bit. That's how I always listen to all my audio. Uh, music producer brain going off. Go and check out Tone Wolf if you want to see more of that. But yeah, so it's it definitely, the 3D audio is like hit or miss. I will say when it really works, it really works. Outside of that, you don't really notice it too much. Something like Demon Souls, you definitely notice it in that. Spider-Man, when you're walking down through the street, you'll hear cars flying by, and you'll hear the people where they're at in your vicinity and everything. So that's cool. So easier access to in-progress activities when resuming the game. In-progress activities are often shown prominently at the top of the game hub to make it easier, make it faster, make it as easy and as fast as possible to get back to where you left off. Oh, okay. I see what this is doing. So if you're on mission 6, 7, whatever, chapter 3, 4, whatever the hell it is in Horizon, you can just click this button and it'll go, it'll load you right into it. Okay. I was thinking it was so we could flip between games loaded and make a save state of it, but I guess we're still not there yet with this. That could easily come in the future. You're probably going to need some like hard drive space for it though. So new social features: request share screen. You can now request party members to start share screen to watch their gameplay. Go to the voice chat card and select the. So instead of being like, "Hey, click your screen on," you can just click the button. If you're in there with multiple people, you can just click the button when it pops up. They can probably hit the PlayStation button and boom, and then you're watching each other's broadcasts or you're screen sharing, back and forth with one another. Screen share is actually coming pretty handy. I will say screen sharing for me has actually come in pretty handy when like I'm trying to show Frostbite something, especially, and I'm just like, well, just get your ass in here, I can show you. That's and then also there's a whole video. If you go on the YouTube, you go onto blah. There's also a video where actually we did a like couch co-op style session on WWE 2K22 in the GM mode, and we actually did co-op through screen share, which was it worked super smooth. It was really cool. So new so joinable game notification: when you join a party and a party member is playing a game you can join, you'll now receive a notification. You can join the game directly from the notification. Unless they send me a notification, I'm probably not going to join them. So this seems a little overkill, like a not really needed feature, but okay, it's there. View new friends' profiles when you accept a friend request in the received list. You can now view your new friend's profile and accepted request. So you can accept a request and be like, let me look at their profile. Huh. Send stickers and voice messages in game base. Okay, so like the messenger stuff. Grateful for our beta community to take part in the new console feature for a spin. Thanks for all the players. Okay, all right. So again, this is huge news, especially for whoa. Also, Digital Foundry, they have been posting up of what they've been figuring out. So just received PlayStation 5 beta firmware. That's a nice. There's a nice 1440p test option. While VRR may not be supported right now, 120 hertz in both standard definition and HDR high definition is okay. So you can actually see right here. Let's just bring this up. 60 hertz standard, 120 standard. Yeah, I don't really use HDR at all. So yeah, standard 120 standard. That's cool. Unfortunately, my monitor doesn't support 120. HDMI 2.0 capture devices that support 1440p 120 also seem to work fine, meaning that it's finally possible to capture 120 hertz titles at a resolution beyond 1080p. That's awesome. Of course, you still need an HDMI 2.1 enabled monitor to get the full 120 hertz support out of it. And if you get one that has VRR also supported, then that seems I have tested that out on one monitor that actually works with all that stuff. There's one Asus monitor that works with it. I have definitely tested it out, and it works super well. Like, it holds frame rate really well with the VRR support and everything. Now, if you can do that with 1440p support, now we're talking even better frame rates possibly with the PS5 if it does it native. So stuff like Spider-Man and all that stuff. It's gonna and your Fortnites and your Call of Duties and all that. Yeah, it's just gonna hold up so much better. So. Yeah, I think that's gonna do it for this one though. Go check out the rest of the YouTube channel. If there's any more news, I'll be here with another Let's Talk video. So until then, I will say, like, share, subscribe, hit the bell, all that good stuff over here on YouTube. Go follow over on Twitch if you want to see when they go live. And yeah, I'll be back with more of these Let's Talks and stream replays and everything else on the channel. So thanks for tuning in. Thanks for stopping by. And as always, I will see you next time.